Now, for the last 5 years and 5 months, I, along with many other of my tinfoil hatted conspiracy theorist type people, have been banging on about the fact that they are going to usher in a cashless society linked to digital IDs, and we will turn into China. And those that agree. Those that don't, ridicule and say that we are tinfoil hat conspiracy loons who have no idea about the world and are simply talking through our arses. Fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. However, evidence around the world suggests otherwise. Digital IDs are being bought in, not just here, but across Europe and across the world. Just a coincidence, I'm sure. The same time as cash is being phased out, not just here, but across Europe and across the world. Just another coincidence, I'm sure. However, I was sent a very interesting piece of research done by somebody on Vietnam. Now, whenever you think of Vietnam, you only think of one thing, you think of the war. That was a long time ago. Robin Williams is even dead now, so we can't even do the Good Morning Vietnam stuff. Though I did try with AI, and I ended up looking like Robin Williams. Weirdly, I attempted to put my face on Robin Williams's poster in Good Morning Vietnam, but due to my lack of ability with AI, I ended up just with a photo of me looking like Robin Williams. Hey ho, here you go. Now, brace yourselves. There's a fair bit of information coming up here. It's all absolutely vital and it's all going somewhere. So, bear with me, because I'm about to prove that everything that we said was correct. And to prove it, I am going to don my tinfoil hat. There we go. Now, the tinfoil hat is on. Brace yourselves. This is like Jack and Ori, read by someone from a lunatic asylum. 2018, Vietnam decided to go cashless, and they announced that they're going to become a cashless country. They even have National Cashless Day. They've been having it for 7 years, where they celebrate how many of their transactions are now cashless. It's currently around 11.7 trillion American dollars, equivalent of. It's that much. Nothing to see here. That's just them being more efficient. However, in 2022, they launched Project 6. Sounds innocent enough, doesn't it? Project 6. I wonder what it could be. It has a subtitle. Brace yourself. I'm going to need a deep breath for this. The subtitle is the project on developing data applications on population identification and electronic authentication to serve national digital transformation 2022 to 2025 with a vision to 2030. 2030? What? Like you've got an agenda for 2030? Like the UN wrote Agenda 2030? And it's being rolled out across all 193 countries in the UN. Except it's not, because if you say that, you need a tinfoil hat. Except that's exactly what's happening in Vietnam right now. So in 2022, they launched Project 6 with that catchy title underneath, which basically says, we're going to turn you into China. Never mind. I'm sure it's just conspiracy. Because then, once they'd introduced Project 6, the Vietnam Department of Social Security, equivalent of, stepped in and declared the population database would serve as the foundation for this. Now, the population database, believe it or not, again, just a coincidence, was established during COVID to make sure that they had a database of every single person in the population with all their details on it. Just a coincidence that it happened during COVID, mine. Just a coincidence. Nothing to see here. But then they teamed up with the Ministry of Public Safety. I mean, that alone, the Ministry of Public Safety. Goebbels would be proud of that title. He'd be happy with that. And the Ministry of Public Safety then transferred to this database all the personal information they had relating to social health and unemployment insurance in the country. That's all right. Now we've just combined all the benefits and everything else, and we've combined it with all the personal information we had on people, and that's it. Still nothing to see here. Still nothing to see. Just a coincidence. Then they added biometric authentication based on their own Vietnam digital ID, the citizen identity card. What? So they've combined a digital ID with personal information on social health and unemployment insurance and details of the population at large, and they've put all that into one place. It's just a coincidence. Nothing to see here. Bear with me. Because now in Vietnam, everyone needs a Vietnam electronic identification, or to give it its catchy acronym, the VNEID, which, you know, if you remove a few letters, everyone in Vietnam's got VD. The Vietnam Digital. Now, the VNEID, catchy title, is now, and this is currently in Vietnam right now, check it yourself, it is the only way to access tax information, do your tax returns, benefits, housing, births, deaths, health, funerals will be added at some point. The Vietnamese will be tracked from the day they are born to the day they die. Nothing to see here, just a mad conspiracy theory that us tinfoil hat wearers came out with 5 years ago and said that this would be rolled out across the globe and that we were going to have to suffer the same fate. Just a coincidence. Nothing to see here, is there? No, apart from a fat bloke wearing a tinfoil hat. However, in January 2025, they announced that it was going to be linked to bank accounts. No, surely not. Surely not. No, that can't be happening. You need one of these if that's going to happen. They've done it. And do you know how many bank accounts they've frozen since January the 1st of this year? I'll tell you, shall I? Have a guess. And if your guess was any less than 86 million bank accounts, it's not enough, because it's 86 million. And the reason they've frozen those accounts, because there is no biometric ID linked to those accounts. 86 million bank accounts frozen because they don't have the correct digital ID and biometric information on the database to be able to access their own money. It's all there. It's all written down. It's all perfectly legitimate. Except, and this is just, and I promise you, this is the only coincidence in this video, is that I am recording this on the 30th of September, 2025. And the coincidence is that on the 30th of September, 2025, if you are in Vietnam and you have not linked your biometric ID to your bank account by end of business today, your accounts will be closed. Not frozen, closed, gone. And there is no indication that you will get your money back. None. Just closed. 86 million accounts. Even if every one of them's only got a tenner in it, that's 860 million. But we all know that every account's got more than a tenner in it. So we're talking billions. Billions and billions, probably trillions. Trillions of Vietnamese dong or whatever it is. In US dollars equivalent, it's trillions of dollars. And it's all gone. As of end of play today. If you haven't signed up with your ID, bang, gone, over, end of story. No money anymore, no chance of accessing it, and no guarantee that you will ever see that money again. Now tell me that digital ID in this country is a good idea based on what has just happened in Vietnam. All these big billionaires that we say, we, the tinfoil hat wearers, are pulling all the strings. They always try stuff out in third world countries first because they want to make sure that there's no fight back. And there isn't, because they don't have the organisation and they don't have the ability or the access to the internet or anything to be able to fight back, a lot of them. So they can just steamroller in and do what they like and see if it works. And it's worked. And they've done it. And it's happening. And it's happening right now in Vietnam. 86 million bank accounts. And you still think digital ID is a good idea to bring into this country? Are you off your tits? Do you want to borrow my hat? You should wear it to stop the radio waves affecting your brain. Because I don't need this anymore. I am no longer a tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. I am a messenger of the truth. Thank you very much. There you go. I've said it and said it and said it. And people have called me Tinfoil Tone. So much so that my Telegram name is actually Tinfoil Tone. I own a tinfoil shirt. Actually, I don't know where that is. I could have worn that for this video, but I can't seem to find it in my wardrobe. Maybe somebody's stolen it to stop me calling myself Tinfoil Tone because I'm onto something. Either way, if this content that I've just done now for the last 11 minutes doesn't make you physically sick, well, not because you're looking at me, obviously, just because of the worry of what's coming next. This is what's happened in Vietnam. It's already happened. It's done. And Stormer wants to bring that in here. Oh, well, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to worry about. But every single transaction tracked. Every single movement you make tracked. No chance of doing anything anywhere, in any shop, bank, anywhere. Everything requires biometric ID. And everything requires you to declare everything to the state. Anytime you leave your house, they know. They know everything about you. There are no secrets anymore. And they can freeze your bank accounts whenever they feel like it. And they have done. And if they can do it there, they can do it here. Oh, I think you'll find it won't happen here because of the European Court of Human Rights. Don't get me started on that. They're all in on it. No way are they going to stand up for your human rights when it comes to this. They are going to bend over like someone picking up soap in the showers. So there you have it. The cheery way to end September is to say that in Vietnam, they're screwed. And we're next. It's not good morning Vietnam. It's bad morning Vietnam. And it's soon going to be bad morning Britain. Future my arse.